Hello, thank you for visiting with us. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Nikki Shannon Smith. I am a children's author, I'm an educator, and I'm a public speaker. I write books for the youngest readers, board books, so that little babies can chew on them and not mess them up. I write picture books, chapter books, and I write novels.
What's the best part about being an author?
The best part about being an author, there maybe are three best parts. One of them is that I get to make things up. I love making things up. So that's the most fun when I'm working by myself. When I'm not at home, the best things about being a writer are meeting readers and hearing what they thought about a book or their experience with the book, and meeting the people at schools, kids, adults, librarians. That's my favorite part.
Are there any books that you would like to recommend that we read?
Oh, so my opinion is that people should read whatever they want to read. So I am an adult, but I read picture books. And some people might think, why are you reading picture books? They're short and they're full of pictures, but they're beautiful and they're fun and they're interesting. So I think people should read whatever catches their eye or their interest, whether it's something that they've been looking for, something new, or an old favorite author. That's what I think people should read. I read, when I'm reading for myself, I read books that are written for adults, but that are scary and kind of science fiction-y or ghost-like. That's my favorite thing to read when I'm just reading for fun. So right now, I have a pile. It's called a TBR, to be read pile. And it's almost embarrassing how many titles. But I think most recently, one of my favorite books that I read was a picture book called Big by Vashti Harrison. I also really like Watercress by Andrea Wong. On my to be read pile, I have a book of short stories that are scary, written for adults. And I have a little bit of nonfiction too.
What did you like about elementary school when you were a student?
Ooh, so I really liked school, but it wasn't the classroom part of school that I liked best. I'm probably like a lot of kids. My favorite things about school were my friends, recess. I sang in the choir, so I loved choir. Even though I wasn't the best singer, it was just a lot of fun. I loved anything outside of school that was an event that your family could come to. So my school had a walkathon, my school had a carnival. So I liked to be involved in things. I think that's the part of me that likes people. That was my favorite part. My favorite time in the classroom, silent reading, and when the teacher was reading out loud to us. I guess I was destined to be a writer.
When did you start making books?
This is not a book, but to me it was my first book. When I was maybe in fifth grade, our teacher said, you can just write a story, write whatever you want to write. And I wrote this story, and it was called Lizard Guts. And my dad always checked my homework, and he read my story and he said, Nikki, I don't think your teacher's going to like this story because it had guts in it. And I said, well, I think I'm going to turn it in anyway because I was so confident that this was just this great story. And my teacher did not like it, and I didn't get a good grade on it, but I remember it still. So I think that was my first time thinking of myself as an author. And then it was 2011 that my first published book came out.
That you could stop by. Thanks again for your time.
You're very welcome.